Let's get right to it. So if you're looking for a heavy duty sprayer to paint murals, to fill big areas with color or primer, I can absolutely recommend this sprayer that I just got, the Graco 390 PC. It's the cordless one, mainly because I hate anything corded. You have to find electricity everywhere, but it is the cordless one and it runs off of battery. So that's what we're gonna do today. I'm just gonna talk about this sprayer and why I like it. To give you a little bit of background, most of my murals have a ton of color, so I'm just going from color to color to color, where I'm using my Graco Quick Shot, which is great when I have a design that has a lot of color, because I have to change pretty often. It uses quartz. But when I have, a large area of solid color, or I need to prime something, or I need to coat the mural with a thick material, basically I want something that I can just plug into the paint bucket or materials bucket and just keep spraying for long periods of time. And that is why I get the Graco 390 PC, the cordless one, mainly because I wanted to be able to do jobs that where I didn't need electricity being provided to me. I can just go there and do the work without having to have an outlet. Unpacking this thing, it is pretty heavy. It's about 31 pounds. I was reading, and it feels like 31 pounds. It comes with 2 batteries, 6 amp hour flex batteries. So I was doing some research on these batteries, and you have to use these flex batteries. My Graco Quick Shot uses DeWalt batteries, but those DeWalt batteries that I use on my Graco Quick Shot will not work on this Graco 390 PC. You have to use these flex batteries. They come with 2 of those batteries and the quick charge, and the charger works pretty well. It took about 30 minutes to fully charge one of these empty batteries. And the best part about the sprayer is that it's super easy just to throw in that battery and turn on. The on-off button is right back here. Just turn it on, and it sounds like it's not on, but then you just have to turn the pressure valve knob to sort of get it to go. So you can hear that right there. And for those of you artists who have never used a sprayer like this before, it's not that intimidating. You have your simple components like the filter, making sure that takes out all of the sort of the scrap stuff that's in whatever you're using to spray, because sometimes I will spray and then leave it to the side and come back again the next day, so there may be some stuff in the material. So that's why this filter is there. You don't want to mess up a good sprayer like this. And then you have the pressure knob. Basically this is for how hard you want the sprayer to work. So to increase the battery life, you can put this on a very low setting and spray for a longer period of time. But if you're spraying something super thick, you have to put it on the high setting. So that's where it runs really, really hard and gives you that high pressure. So that's like for thick material. But if you water it down, you can use the low pressure setting as well. So I usually will go with the low pressure setting. And here you have the prime and spray knob. Usually if you're trying to prime it, just prime the pump. You just turn it down. If you're trying to spray, you just turn it up just like that. And it's very self-explanatory. If you're spraying solvent-based material, it does come with this cord to make sure that you're able to ground the sprayer so that it doesn't have that buildup of charge and sort of spark everything and blow everything up. So that's a good thing. The other stuff that it comes with is the trigger gun, which is pretty standard. It has the Rack X spray tip system, and I think the spray tips are LP. I'm not a fanatic when it comes to a lot of sprayers. As long as it just sprays, I'm good. And I have like a couple different types of tips. That's always good. And it comes with a 50-foot hose as well. One of the best parts about this sprayer is that it comes with a easily detachable pump, where you're able to take the pump out and replace it. This is a huge problem with my Graco Quick Shot, because the pump is really kind of just built in, so you have to sort of take it apart and replace it if you need to. But this right here sits in front, and you're able to easily unscrew it, take it out, and clean it if you need to. So there's a ton of videos online that shows you exactly how to clean it if the pump's not sort of priming right. But if you need to replace it entirely on a job because you just, it's not working, you just need to get this job done, you can easily replace that pump really quick. I think I was looking online and it's about $100 for one of these pump components. And it's on Amazon Prime, so you're able to get it, just in a couple of days or even overnight if it's the right supplier. So yeah, And it was this project right here that kind of sparked me getting a larger heavy duty sprayer, because I was using my Graco quick shot and you can kind of see I was having trouble getting the primer to go out. So, you know, it took me all day just to even figure out the problem, and I eventually had to roll the wall, but it was so annoying just to have to do that. So having a way to easily replace the pump and fix problems on the sprayer where I'm not sort of taking, you know, my entire tool set to sort of, you know, jimmy rig a sprayer back to life is really big, because then I can just focus on the artwork and not have to worry about, you know, trying to fix equipment. So testing it out the box was pretty fun. I just wanted to see how much I could spray based off of one battery. And this is water, so it's on a high setting as well, so high pressure, and it went through about 4 gallons of water. And because this is water, I was able to stretch it out, but if you're spraying regular latex paint or something thicker, you probably would get around 3.5 gallons. So you want to make sure you have extra batteries, mainly because you have to also think about cleanup. Because the hose is 50 feet, there's a lot of paint that will be in the hose, so you have to make sure that you flush it out of the pump and the hose as well. So you want to make sure you have extra batteries. But I just wanted to see the workflow and how this would work on an actual job site, and it went really well. So when I had to do a recent project, I broke it out and just tried it for the first time, just priming the wall. And it worked out really well. Basically, this wall is about 40 feet by 40 feet where I had to use a boom lift. So it was great because, like I said, I didn't have to have a cord hanging on the side of the basket the entire time. I was able to just use the battery power, and I put on the low setting, spray the entire wall with a Kills 2 primer, and I got through a ton of the wall. Basically, I just needed one coat on there, and I only had to use that one battery to coat the entire thing. So that's what one battery looks like, coating the entire thing. And the other battery I basically just used to clean up the pump and the hose, and sort of just stored after that. To paint the mural, I used my Graco quick shot and polytab technique, but to coat the mural, I brought back out the sprayer and used that to spray the mural shield solution and the anti-graffiti coating, because that stuff I don't want going through my Graco quick shot. It's just super sticky, and I don't want to mix the latex paint that I use for a lot of detailed work with some of the other products that, you know, I use to actually varnish the mural or prime the mural. So, you know, this was really quick as well. It took about, I'd say, 30 minutes to do the entire thing, and it also went through about one battery as well, so I had the extra battery charging, so I could use that extra battery once the one I was using ran out of juice. So this was like a really great system. Again, I didn't need an outlet the entire time or had cords hanging off of the basket the entire time, which was really great, especially on a construction site. And because I use this sprayer only on certain parts of my project, I also let other artists use it as well. So my friend Taylor Herzog had a huge mural on a side of a building on a swing stage he had to paint. So, you know, it's hard to really get electricity in that sort of situation. So she borrowed my 390 PC sprayer, and she ran through that project really easy, especially because she was able to just work off of the battery power, and she wasn't wasting anyone's time, because to use a swing stage, you have to have someone who's certified helping you to run it, and they're a 9 to 5er, so it's kind of like at 5 o'clock they go home and you have to shut down. So she was able to basically just work on that project all day with those couple of batteries, charging them on and off, going back and down, getting the new battery, and basically just using her time efficiently on this project. So this sprayer is expensive. It will run you about $1,800 to $2,000 after taxes and probably shipping. But if you're an artist, this is something I would say definitely think about building into the budget. Next time you have a big project, you just say, hey, you're going to add an extra $2,000 just to make sure you have the right equipment so that you can get the project done really easy. So yeah, I just wanted to share my experience with the Graco 390 PC Cordless Sprayer. It's been really fun to work with, and this is something, like I said, I'm going to use on projects where I need a large amount of spray in one color or primer or clear coat to go on the wall, and I don't want to roll it, I don't want to use my other sprayer. This is the perfect solution, especially because, like I said, it's cordless, so you don't have to, you know, find an outlet for you to work with. So hopefully this helps out, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.